Hello, hello, my sacred friends, my conscious souls. I'm so excited to be here today. So we are doing another frequency code. I'm going to wait a little bit for you guys to pop on. My lovely replayers, say hi when you are here. So yeah, I just want to wait a bit to explain again, really what the frequency codes are, how they came about, how I anchor them in, and then today, why this ease of abundance really came through. Hello Danielle, hello Vicky, say hi when you guys pop on. It's lovely to see your souls. Hello Bonnie. Let me move my chat over because sometimes I can't see. Hello Jean, hello everybody popping on. Good morning, good morning. Yes, Vicky. Hello, Suzanne. It is afternoon for me, but I'm okay with a non-linear time. Yes. And yes, hello, Cheryl. Ease on down the road, which is, that's really what so ease of abundance is kind of coming forth with. So let me start. If you don't know me, I'm Megan Rose. It is so lovely to get to share energy medicine, especially these frequency codes with you. I'm all about empowering your life, your entire life, with energy, because once you take control of your full range, your full existence, everything does get easier, because you're not just playing in a small playing field like the physical, which is really just a fraction of our lives in the universe and your soul and your spirit. So once you take control and start honoring energy medicine in your life, really everything does get easier. And so with me, my journey's been really my whole life. I was born with these clairvoyant gifts. Informally trained a Reiki at 17 years old, studied with shamans in my 20s. Really these past 7-ish years, I've gone really deep in working as a professional energy medicine healer for many of them. And it's just always a process, and it's always an unfolding. So it's really one of the things that I want to say with ease, in the energy, the frequency of ease, is to be okay where you are. And not even just to be okay with it. That was way too lame. Honor where you are, because that place is sacred. Every little stepping point that you have had and are in now and will have is so unbelievably beautiful. Every unfolding and unfurling and blossoming is what happens, and every shedding and kind of every downpour, every breaking apart. Those are all very beautiful and very much needed in this journey to become whole and to take back your full power and your full sovereignty as you create things in your life like ease. And awakening all of your psychic abilities and your extrasensory gifts and your natural healing ability, so you can actually repair your body from the inside out, energetically and then physically, of course, because they're really the same thing. They're just different density waves. So so honor where you are, my friends. And hello Yvonne, hello Heather, hello Teresa, hello Lisa, hello Don, Bonnie. It is so lovely to see all you souls. So frequency codes in a nutshell, and that's what I'm saying. So where I wanted to go with honoring where you are, because I have always been attracted to this work. Always, always, always. I wanted superpowers, and now I have them, because that's how I think it is. But the superpowers that I'm talking about are very much needed and deserved gifts for humans. Your clairvoyance, to have a vision, a clear vision of your path and how to help your own body and other people's as well. My visions help me every single day. Clairaudience, to actually be able to hear your spirit team and source itself and the angels and other guides, messages, your higher self that wants to come through. That's amazing. And of course we should all have that. And all the other beautiful ones. Claircognizance, I'm nurturing more. I'm normally very nurturing my clairvoyance because of course I always want it to unfold. But I'm really settling into the knowing space, just knowing. And that's where powerful channels can come in, because you don't doubt, your human ego self gets out of the way, because I've trained and I've gotten to the place where I've done the work and I trust, I know, I can feel it in my body when a channel is coming in and is accurate for another soul. And so not only is it, of course, very beautiful and important for my life when I'm questioning directions that I want to take, but it's great for my clients too. So the gifts, they get easier and easier. And when we get into, well, wait, that's not where I was going, but that is true. The gifts do get easier and easier as you dedicate yourself to the path. But the unfolding, and why you should always be honoring where you are, is because the next step is amazing, but every other one is as well. So like my unfolding was these frequency codes. And while I received the most amazing download like a year and a half, 2 years ago now, of these Melchizedek transmissions, the frequency codes come from Melchizedek in the order of the light, where I was really sitting in like this school type. I heard all of this and I could see little things, but most of it was audio, where I was receiving specific frequencies and light codes and shapes for different ailments. So the one example I always say, because this is, I think, one of the first ones that ever came through. So if somebody has like a physical disease, like a torn tendon, so there's a very specific lime electric green laser beam type frequency that can come in and really help repair that. And it makes sense when you think about it. One, lime green is a very physical healing, and it reduces a red frequency. I read this later, which is a pain. And then there's also like a laser beam, like we use laser beams today to repair and do surgery and things like that. So it was a very beautiful unfolding when I received this work, but it was 2 years later until I really, really, really embraced it. And ease was one of the first energies that I brought through, where it really helped me. I had a lot of mirrors with it. I remember a teacher one day saying, get out of your own way, let it be easy. And there was this really big click where I knew the frequency codes wanted to come forth in a powerful way. I have a frequency codes course. It's not open for enrollment right now. But you see, I do all those other little bundles of codes, and of course my private healings, and then I love coming on for these. So I knew they were to be released in this powerful, let's hang out with a lot of people, easy way, where before my human self, my ego self, my anxiety self would have got in the way and said, I cannot come on and do a live energy transmission. But of course I can, because it was my unfolding. And it's okay that last October or last whenever, if I wasn't ready, I wasn't ready. You know, even a year after I received those, it was okay that I wasn't ready then. Not quite. And because when the time comes that you let yourself unfurl and the time is ready, your power shows up with you. And you're ready, and your surety, and the energy flows, and you're in alignment, and therefore these beautiful, powerful transmissions can come through. So, hello, Deborah. Yes. Hi, Jen. Yeah, so today, and I'm glad you are all tuning in, because one of the things so this is ease of abundance. I quite like, so the things with frequency codes is that just like with the laser healing, they are very specific frequencies that match the frequency of what we create. So there's a peace frequency, there's a love frequency, there's an abundance frequency. It's like in the law of attraction when they say you need to vibrate to the level of money. But that's, it's a very mental construct to kind of say to people for them to really get to that point and to understand. There's lots of things that you can do, journaling and meditation, crystal work, healing work that can help you vibrate to that level, but the frequency codes are that level. And so what I'm doing with a lot of them is combining energy, so where like the energy of ease would help open you up to make things easier, hence me hopping on and sharing these powerful codes in real time where you are all about to feel these real energies. But when we add it with the frequency of abundance, can you see the magic there where we're bringing ourselves and our bodies to the point where attracting, creating, keeping, holding, that's a big frequency with money, is that we can receive money but we can't keep it. Nobody wants to win $1,000 scratch off and then have their car break down, and that happens all the time. So our retainer, so one of the things we're going to call in with this is creating a container where it's also easy to keep money. And now the one thing why I also like the abundance, why I wanted to do an abundance frequency instead of prosperity, which is really kind of just financial, right? And hey, money's beautiful. I want more. I know you want more. It's actually a very sacred energy, and we all should have more. But abundance is pretty awesome too, because I would take an abundance of laughter, an abundance of true friends, an abundance of organic food. Just there's so many things that an abundance can bring you of. And we always go with the frequencies of good things. So it can't bring you, there's nothing negative that can be brought forth with these frequencies, because frequency codes are harmonic universal energies, and it's pure source energy. So it's not like an abundance of disease or something, you cannot get an abundance of negative things. So with the codes, for a lot of you may be new on here, what happens is that we will be receiving these harmonic frequencies that match to the frequency of ease and abundance combined. And you will feel a lot coming in, especially depending on sensitivity, but you can also feel stuff leaving. So a lot of times there's certain little pangs in different body parts, which is the discordant energy, things that were blocking your ease and your abundance, stifling it. They're leaving, because when harmony comes in, when the sacred geometric nature of the universe, as it should be, as you should be with your divine blueprint, because we are all grand universal beings, when that is returned to your body, discord has no place to go. It just falls away. So these are always recommended to listen to several times, and I think we'll just get started. Feel free to move around if you feel it. You should be in a restful state, chair, laying down, wherever you want, but technically not moving around, at least not the first several times that you listen to it. But sometimes your body will just want to stretch, which again is kind of like a density releasing. If there was like stuck energy somewhere, so you feel you want to roll your shoulder, roll your shoulder. I always recommend water. I'm going to sip before we go. And then I think we'll just get started, my friends. So let me sip here. Hello, Robin. Hello, Katie. Okay, guys, so yeah, let's just enjoy these beautiful energies from the Order of Melchizedek, Melchizedek itself. Let's go ahead and take a big deep breath together. And let it all the way out. Bringing our bodies and our energies to center. And the frequency code Ease of Abundance is beginning now. Wow. This one is like immediate, lighting up the entire inner core of the body. I'm feeling these beautiful little expansion beams coming. It's clearing the way for this ease and this abundance. I'm already feeling density. I don't really like to call it pain, so density is a good word. But if you're feeling a restriction in a certain body part, mine came at the knee, the left knee. And again, that's where we could have been stifling energy for our proper flow. Our bodies have to be in order and in open flow for it to be easy for abundance and pure energy to flow into your body. This is such a light, happy code and very, very palpable. It's all in the air around us and filling us up from within at the same time. Many of you probably are feeling, if you go like this in the air, if you move your hands in the air, I'm sure many of you will feel palpable energy all around you. It's very, very beautiful. It's light but strong at the same time. We are calling in the sacred energetic structures to make it easy for abundance to flow into each of our lives, to every single soul watching and that will watch. It is easy for an abundance of good to flow into our lives and to remain in our lives. It is easy for a flow of abundant prosperity to flow into our lives. There's some big infinity energies coming through with that, making sure we're in this sacred eternal loop that's keeping us balanced and centered. Bringing forth ease of abundant joy, ease of abundant laughter, ease of abundant friendships, sacred friendships, true friendships, sacred relationships. I'm really seeing this unity of people. It's easy to interact and to meet sacred people in our lives that will light us up, to find those connections with the soul family and friends that are meant to kind of be doorways and key points for us. So anybody that we're needing to find for a connection for our next step, for our synchronistic next steps, it'll be very easy for those relationships to come forth. I'm being shown money again, so we're just going to honor that ease of abundance, financial flow, an abundant financial flow. Our cells are getting used to holding the sacred energy of money, increasing money in your life. Our lives are meant to be easy. We are sovereign beings on a wealthy, abundant planet. And we are meant to experience ease in our lives. I'm feeling a lot of energy leave the hips right now. So a lot of stuckness, again, knees and hips. So these are places where energy gets really rigid and locked in. People repeat patterns. I get out of a cultural conditioning of lack and poor and struggle and family ties. So a lot of that is leaving these core points in our lives. It's easy for the density to leave each of these souls' body as we honor the sacred codes that are coming forth. The sacred source code of ease, the sacred source code of abundance. Allowing these specific frequencies to merge with ourselves, to allow our cellular memory and our physical bodies to remember what it is like to have an easy existence, an abundant existence. The energy really ramped up at that point. Really is tingling all around. It feels very lovely. And so they want me to remind everybody that we are creating the actual energetic vibration of ease and abundance. We are allowing our physical 3D bodies to rise up to the level that we need to be at to accept and attract and keep abundance of all good things in our life with ease and with grace and on a continuous basis. There's some head clearing going on. We're working not just on the brain, but also the jawline. So we're working on the flow of energy that comes down through our nerves and through our faces, and then down our chest and around. Again, we're working on all passageways, the nervous system as well as the meridians. Allowing the pure frequencies of ease and abundance to settle into your body so that you remember, you awaken your ability to create this ease of abundance in your life. Still working on some brain clearing here. There's little points that are waking up. Yeah, they want me to add into that. So the message is that a lot of people really don't remember or maybe even have working stories of what it's like to be easy. And again, this is a very purposeful paradigm in our life right now to make it so that the majority of humans understand struggle more than they understand ease. And so that's specifically, I feel like there's this part right back here on the right brain that's clearing out, or awakening, really. Again, we're awakening the parts of us that remember what it's like to simply get to enjoy life and to have it be easy. And this isn't that fun or thrills of, doing what lights us up or anything like that will be taken away. It's not like we've come down to earth and we're taking away the excitement of our missions because everything will be handed to us. But we're opening up our energetic system that simply allows the attraction, the natural law of attraction of good things and abundance and prosperity and all the beautiful abundant things that we want to be easier again, because we're actually re-stimulating those parts of us that do remember this way. And we're vibrating to that level. Ooh, really big pain issues in the left hip. So I don't personally have problems there again, so this is leaving a lot of our bodies energetically. Some of you guys might have had flare-ups there. Let's go ahead and allow this flow to settle in. There's like undulating waves, just like wow, wow, wow. Very beautiful, pouring in one after the other. I'm seeing a really big crescent moon symbology, but the one laying on its side, and for me that's a big Isis energy, and she certainly comes forth to offer the harvest, and especially prosperity itself. But she's a very big archetype and energy that comes forth to really add to the energy of having your sacred wishes, your sacred dreams come into this reality with ease. So that's a very beautiful thing that just came through. I'm just going to allow this one to settle in, guys, because we're still doing pretty big clearing. So I'm going to let this run for a few minutes. I want to really allow it to settle in. And allow those densities, which are again very deep, because I mean, society, it's been made to be this way, that it's really hard for an energetic system to get to understand and really reawaken the ease and the abundance, only because it's not that working with energy or allowing this to come through is hard, but there's so many other layers that are falsely encoded in your bodies that say otherwise. So we're still clearing back here, we're still clearing in this hip. If you're feeling clearing anywhere else, that's very natural. Okay. And there's a big energy of balance that we are coming in. There was really, really big clearings there. So, and now I'm feeling more open and together, and almost like my body has spun back into a center space. So let's go ahead and honor this sacredness here. Oh yeah, the color frequencies shifted too. There was honestly almost too many color frequencies for me to really even mention them out loud this time. A lot of specific energy in different parts are being worked on. All right. And I'm getting the message that we can go ahead and taper off this official transmission. There was this really big balancing there at the end of that, and that was it was the coming together of it, because there are some big clearings there. So I will I'll chat about my experiences. If you guys want to share anything that you felt, please do. So what I'm hearing first is, again, they want me to address so there's always going to be discordant energies in our body that stop things that we want. So anything, I call it manifestation, but it could be your dreams, your wishes, or just, whatever. Things that you want to happen. When things that you want to happen don't happen, or even in big cases, the opposite happens, right? Like you're trying and praying and attracting money, and again, not even does the money not come, but something comes to take even more money from you. This is, again, it's a very much a program, and there's still really big hip energies. So that's another thing. Let me say real quick before I go into that. This code will still run. This, just because the official transmission ended doesn't mean that the ease of abundance isn't still running in your system, because we just anchored in pure source energy. So you were gifted with this activation. Your body will always have it now and always remember this. And you can start to just call, and I do recommend listening to the transmission several times. But you can also just start to call it in every day, every week, whenever. Just, you can say, I'm calling upon the frequency code ease of abundance. And you can either sit there quietly on your mat, or just, do it when you're going for a raise, right? When you really need it to anchor in as well. But yeah, so the discordant energies, when, again, at the beginning, whenever we're layering in the proper frequencies, that means these discordant energies have to leave the body. But in a condition like lack and money, there's so many layers that we have grown up with our entire lives and live right now with as well, that are embedded in different parts of our bodies. It's kind of like false codes, limiting beliefs, false stories, again, things, and then the way that society has just been with debt slaves, and even things like taxes, just the way our society is set up for money kind of to always go out, and that's what our humanness is used to now. Things like it's hard to own property, or especially depending on where you live, and really just to get ahead. We live in a society with the 1%, so again, there's just a lot of energies that will be leaving, and allow them to leave. So so this, and Brad says it got a little comatose, so a lot of the frequency codes will put you to sleep. This one, which one? Prosperity, actually. I have a code called Prosperity, and that one still puts me to sleep. And feels a lot of tingling. This feels like a true clearing. Oh yeah, Deborah, this is beautiful, deep work. It's source energy. We could say that this is like my modality because I anchor it in, but it's this is from source. So I just trained long enough and was dedicated long enough to anchor them in. I remember a couple years ago when I was reading about Melchizedek, and it talked about him doing like, to work with the order of Melchizedek and to work with the energies of Melchizedek, it takes like a lot of years of dedicated training, because it's really difficult to understand the different colors and the different frequencies that come with healing with his order. And I was like, I want that. I want it. And then I actually kind of forgot that I said that I want that. But I've always been a healer. I've always been studying healing. And again, it's just one step. And this was years ago. It's like 4 or 5 years ago when I read that. And like I said, I just let it go. But it was an intention then still. My soul wanted it, because I remembered when I read that. My soul remembered. And I wanted to do it. 5 years ago, could I have anchored this in? No. I wasn't ready yet. I hadn't gone through my own training and my own initiation yet. And that's why, like at the beginning, I was saying it's so important to honor your steps. And it's so important to still take the next step, you know, and to just to keep going. Yeah, Katie. So there is a big energy. I mean, I can still feel a little thing there. Big energies in the left hip leaving. And so that's another thing with programs and what I'll call false codes. Sometimes these societal and cultural codes will be like, every single human will have it in a specific area. And then sometimes when you guys are watching, you'll feel different things leave in different parts. So let's say if, so like ease of abundance, right? So raises, anybody who has a job, getting raises, or even if you work for yourself, giving yourself a raise, because honestly, that's really hard sometimes, like increasing your prices. So that's in my head, because my throat's tingling. So that's like speaking up for yourself. You know, that's coming in and kind of like, but intelligently, you know, I've done all this and this is how I am and these are my skills and and this is why I deserve this % raise. It's just speaking up for yourself. So some people might have had voice clearings, if that's something that can bring you more abundance, or a way you're meant to get more abundance, because the universe and so law of attraction will always bring you the things that are easiest. So honestly, it could be a lottery win, but don't sniff up. So like if someone gives you free flowers tomorrow, or you win, you know, free coffee or anything, be grateful and notice every single little bit of abundance that comes your way. Because the second you do, you're also like realigning to this energy and this code, and you're like, look at that. Look at the abundance that I just got. And you get happy, and then you get energetically remember the frequency of it being easy to attract abundance, meaning it gets even easier the second time and the third time and so on. So yes. Oh, I like that you heard deep thumps. Trust is another deep one. I did re-listen to that after you mentioned that it was a deep one, and it was really good again. So that's what's beautiful about the codes, guys, is because, again, yes, I am the teacher, and I am a healer, and I do claim my own power. I know what I can anchor in. But I get to receive the healings, too. And when I do recordings, for all my things, I have a great chakra blossoming course out. There's a 21 code course, which is only $77 for the rest of the week. When I get to re-listen to those, I get the frequency code too, you know. My root chakra, my sacral get lit up. And it's so very beautiful to get to go back. Oh, that sounds like a release, like the white crystal-like smoke. Kind of like things, yeah, coming off, Lisa. Karen listened to the trust code last night before bed too. It felt so much like leaving my body all morning today. Yeah, is it normal to have emotions come up to be released? Yeah, Karen, so you're in the prosperity one, right? There's, so yes. So just like I've done a lot of clearing, and I'm not saying I'm past emotional clearing completely yet, but I do believe I've elevated to a point where it's not as severe. So yeah, so like I will feel things move, and again, even the hip. So sometimes I feel other people's, like I could be feeling what's happening for you guys, but you might just feel things leave. So like Lisa could kind of, I feel that was a release. So Lisa, you're opening your clairvoyance. Lisa was seeing like white smoke. And then other times it has to purge. We've kept it in so long, and tears are transmutation as well. So if you need to cry, cry. I call them release days, shedding days, whatever. It's completely natural. And honestly, so honor the time that you need, but normally when things need to come up and be released, I actually recommend listening again. Because that means the deeper layers are working and they're leaving, and you want to just embody the higher frequency again. I'm going to need to take a sip of water. But you want to honor the harmonic frequencies more than the discordant frequencies that were there. So go with your own intuition. Always trust your body. But once you have really released, I would honestly listen again. Yeah, Lisa. Lisa, have we ever talked about your clairvoyance? Because that's, or do you mean flashes of things? Because you will see things too. A lot of times you will see things as well. Jean, did the pain in your back leave as well? And then you got relief in the knees and the hips, so that's really good. If anybody, I just talked to somebody in private messenger, but if anybody's having back pain, there's codes in the announcement. There's actually chakra codes in the announcements. And the heart, when we got to the heart chakra, that really helped relieve back pain. There was this really big, beautiful warmth that came on. And yeah, Jean, there were so many beautiful colors that really, I was just like, you know what, we're being brought to kind of the whole spectrum here, but, so I didn't even say it out loud, but those were definitely some of them. Blue, turquoise, purple. And you do that, Katie, you do that. A lot of people, yes, you have a lovely day. Yeah, a lot of people do like birthday raises, you know, things like that. Yes, Deborah, absolutely. Hello, Torlin. You're welcome, Karen. Yeah, and Deborah, so that could be a thing where, again, where things are leaving specifically for your body. But yeah, honor the codes. Definitely listen again. There's a couple of other codes in the announcement tab. If any of you guys have not done the healing pod and align and assimilate yet, you should. And then there's the beautiful bundles that are available. There's I haven't gotten around to doing a release of individual codes yet because it's a lot of techie work that I'm not really sure about yet. But eventually I will probably do that. But right now there's the personal elevation code, which is really 8 beautiful, kind of like soul, heart, expansive. And 2 of the codes I really love in there are emotional cellular clearing, which really gets down to the level of, again, it's like the fluidity that, like you said, really reminded me of it, because we have so much that gets stuck in our inner water bodies because we are mostly made of water. That one's really powerful. And then Happy Home is one of my favorites. And Happy Home is really cool too because it's actually the entire video that I recorded from my very first class when I taught the frequency codes live, my 6-week course now. And that's really beautiful. And then there's the prosperity code package, which is 15 beautiful codes right now, of course, specifically designed. And then there's the Chakra Bundles Blossoming course, which is only $77 right now. This releases at the end of the day on August 30th, the new moon. So get in on that, guys, before it goes up, because it will likely double, if not more. It will definitely double, but if not more, because it's 21 codes. And then private sessions, guys. Earlier today, I wanted to share this. I was going to create a post, but it's just fun to talk about now. So my private session today was peace, fun, and love. Do you know how much, like, it was just so beautiful getting to anchor that in, like, peace. And then it was so calming, and it really just honored all the parts of the body, like rippling out peace into her life. And then fun came in, and it really switched. Like, we still had that calm, but then there was vitality and like this childlike joy and wonder. And then just, oh my God, this universal divine love that got to come forth after that. So it was such a beautiful thing, and I absolutely love doing private codes. I had actually stopped individual sessions for a while. I was going to just honor my bigger coaching and really private healing. So I do, kind of train to be a healer packages with coaching, activations, mentorship, extended packages. But I am going to bring back the one-on-one sessions because I feel they're very valuable to give, and I love doing them anyway. And I'm actually also, instead of just the big hour ones, which are $150, I'm gonna bring in half-hour sessions, because we can do a lot of potent work in 30 minutes. So I'm sure I've jammered on now for longer than that, but a lot of the codes are about 20-25 minutes, and they're very powerful. So I am going to bring that forth as well, and I'm just always here for you no matter what. So stay tuned. I'm not sure what the next code will do. I kind of like them to come forth as a surprise, or the energies. Stay tuned on my Patreon. That's where I'm doing the free physical dis-ease. Oh, one more thing with the Patreon. So Patreon, I have 2 or 3 slots left at my highest tier, which is $200 a month. So this is for someone committed and ready for ongoing healing activations and empowerment training. So not only is it an hour session, so the code and ongoing mentorship during the month, anytime that you need me, but it's also a really beautiful crystal package that comes with it. And I'm really heightening to them to where it'll be, like a feather and candles and some copal that month, and the perfect crystal. So really something that aids your empowerment each month along with the code activation. So I only have a couple of those slots ongoing if anybody is interested in that as well. And I think I'll just leave that here. So I really wish you all so much ease of abundance and joy and happiness and all the beautiful, beautiful things. Oh, good, Vicky. Yeah, big hips. Yeah. You just need to keep training, Lisa. It's not, focus, yes, but keep doing your energy work. Opening the vision is a big thing, because we have a fear-based thing that stops it. So just keep doing your work. You're welcome, Kami. Welcome, Jen. Bless you too, Vicky. Same to you, Deborah. All right, my sweet, sweet friends. I will see you guys in the group. Much love. Bye.